This is the fastest way to clear IS5, the pacifist way. Asterisk. As the thumbnail implies, this video will be a guide on how to reach difficulty 15 fast and is applicable from difficulty 0 to 15. My goal for you after watching this guide is to be able to consistently run sub 30 to 20 minute runs. Yes, sub 20 minute IS runs. Here's how you do it. So first, you have to play the game, guys. Now, the core of this speedrun strat is refreshing nodes to avoid combat because combat nodes are crazy, scary, spooky, and will increase your odds of losing a run and wasting 47 minutes of your life. The way we avoid said combat nodes is to start with Blueprint Squad, but as I said, you have to play the game in order to unlock it. Just go to Historical Restoration tab on the left side of the IS5 menu and make your way to History Explorer node. The points to unlock this squad are obtained by completing or failing runs, so make sure you do this first. Another requirement or strong recommendation that I have is to bring a 6-star carry operator. Some examples include, but are not limited to, Wizardel, Narantuya, and Ella. This will eliminate some RNG in the beginning, but if you're a veteran or niche knights player, aka masochist, you don't need to listen to me, you probably know what you're doing. But for those who care about their mental sanity, looking to just clear and claim rewards, bringing Wizardel will make everything easier. Wait, did I explain the steps yet? Okay, let's finally get this started. Step 1. After taking Blueprint Squad with your preferred units, you must hit these two nodes in the first level. Them being Fated Encounter and After the Story Ends. These nodes can only be found in encounter nodes. So if you have anything besides an encounter node, go ahead and refresh it, as Blueprint Squad allows your first refresh on every node to be free. If it's encounter, sick. Go ahead and take it. If it's not, try refreshing a different node. This is where RNG comes into play, but it shouldn't be too bad. If you have bazinga crazy bad luck and end up getting no encounter nodes even after refreshing, I'd recommend restarting the run to try again, to be honest. But once you do get Fated Encounter, select the option that gives you the collectible Doodle of Hope. This collectible makes it impossible to refresh a node into a super hard emergency op stage, and also gives you some hope, which will be important for step 2. For the second required encounter, after the story ends, select the option that gives you 2 lingerers, Shrivel and Sprout. These thoughts will be used to give us collectibles. Since we aren't taking combat nodes to get stronger collectibles, these thoughts are our only way to get stronger. Proceed through floor 1, continuing to avoid and refresh combat nodes while taking encounter nodes to collect as much hope and originum ingots as you can. As you get to the final node in level 1, you'll hit the Rogue Trader. When you enter his node, prioritize using your ingots to recruit a second carry operator and not promoting your starting carry operator. This is because there's a very high likelihood of promoting your operators and scout nodes for free on the next level. Proceed to floor level 2 after the Rogue Trader, and now we can begin the hardest step. Step 2. Prepare for and beat the floor 3 boss. This is likely where most runs would end if you aren't familiar with the floor 3 boss, but having a carry operator will definitely help. On floor 2, same deal. Skip all combat nodes and try to change them to mainly scout nodes. Scout nodes on floor 2 allow you to freely promote any operators you already have. Usually the drawback is that the operator you select to promote will become unavailable to use until the next floor. But given the ability to skip all combat nodes, this won't be a problem on floor 2 because there's no boss. By the way, boss, possibility, and false to truth nodes are not refreshable. That being said, on floor 2, you'll reach the final node, which is False to Truth. Use this node to keep your thoughts clean. Use any combos to gain Objective Shield, is what I personally recommend. If you haven't noticed already, you should have at least 4 Shrivel and Sprout thoughts, but don't use them. Keep them, as every copy duplicates itself after each floor. The more copies equal the more collectibles, equal the stronger you get. Proceeding to floor 3, rinse and repeat, avoiding and refreshing combat nodes, but unlike floor 2, do not promote operators through scout nodes. Attempting to promote them through scout nodes on the 3rd floor will lock them out of the boss fight. So let's recap. By level 3, you should have at least 1 E2 promoted carry operator and 8 Shrivel and Sprout thoughts. Not required, but will make the boss easier to handle is another carry operator, which with good RNG you might have already gotten from the level 1 Rogue Trader or a lucky encounter on floor 2. But if you haven't, then make or break is on floor 3. Floor 3, you can either choose to fight to improve chances of getting an operator tag, or stick with the pacifist way of avoiding combat nodes and getting as strong as you can before the boss. Wizardel or your current carry should be enough, but this is just for an extra measure. Before getting to the boss, you'll encounter another False to Truth node. By now, you should have 8 Shrivel and Sprout Thoughts. If you feel like using them now, I'd highly recommend leaving at least 6 for higher return later on, but 4 is the minimum. By now, you either make or break your run. Defeat the floor 3 boss, or repeat the previous steps. Okay, you did it? You made it? Congratulations! Victory is basically assured if you're not a potato-brained inting doctor. Step 3. You must hit this node, Lost Treasure. Lost Treasure node. Why do we have to hit this node? Well, let's just say all units gain plus 150% attack, plus 50 attack speed, plus recover 1 SP and 3% max health points every 2 seconds, and you immediately gain 3 objective shield, gaining an additional shield after every battle. Sheesh. All these buffs is a combination of all 4 relics you can get from one encounter node. Okay, so what's the catch? Well, I have a confession. Okay, so there was an extremely low chance you could get this node on floor 3, but it is so inconsistent in my testing that I realized it's more realistic to try and get this on floor 4 and 5. But it gets worse. Not only do you have to get lucky to get this node, but you must also fill these requirements to guarantee all 4 King's collectibles. 1. Must be at 1 life point hitting this node. 2. Must not already have a single King's collectible. Given these requirements and rarity to get this node on floor 3, I didn't mention it. But if you fulfill these requirements on floor 3, go for it. Floor 4 and 5 is all about refreshing for encounter nodes for Lost Treasure encounter. Once you get this node though, choose the option that gives you all King's collectibles. At the end of floor 4, use their Shrivel and Sprout Thoughts so you have some for the next False and Truth node at floor 5. Proceed to floor 5 and rinse and repeat, refreshing nodes. On the final False to Truth node, use all your Shrivel and Sprout Thoughts, as there's no turning back now. Hopefully by now, you have more than enough collectibles to turn Fremont into a free win, and bam! Easy clear. Rinse and repeat. I hope this guide helped you guys. Let me know how fast you cleared your run in the comments. I know this is a different video than my previous videos, but don't worry. Part 3 of the new player experience will be out this week, and I hope that anyone who came for the guide will check that out too. That being said, thanks for watching. Stay comfy.